At a certain level, as a company, you can't stay still. You have to continue to upgrade and stay up with technology and new developments just to stay in the same place. So I think there's a misunderstanding that an investment naturally means that you're going to jump ahead. It may just be to keep you from falling behind. A data warehouse can only help a company if the organization is motivated to improve or change the work habits or processes of the people in the organization to use information to do their job, more efficiently or more productively or more creatively.
From a technology perspective, it's always important to look at new technologies. I think what companies make a mistake is they're so busy trying to batten down the hatches and make sure that they're financially and fiscally sound, but at the same time, their competition is moving ahead because they're a little bit more innovative. The other thing, though, is you really have to be able to look at your whole enterprise. And to me, if you don't have a view of your entire enterprise and more of a single focus, I think you can have a lot of trouble.
Obviously, you want to leverage what you have. Whether or not you make an investment in something new requires fairly careful analysis of the costs and benefits and what you're really attempting to do. Sometimes investments in data warehousing and BI are very strategic. In other words, an organization can't execute their strategy without them. At that point, the valuation of whether they should make the investment tends to be sort of pro forma. But when it gets down to, is it more informational? Is it going to assist people in doing their work? Or is it operational in terms it'll speed things up in an organization or make it more efficient?
Recent research in the marketplace has put business intelligence technology at the top of the list for most CIOs. So once again, in a downturn with the economy and just from an ongoing investment standpoint, staying ahead of the game is very important when it comes to business intelligence.
So the mid-market's heating up for a couple reasons. One, the economy slowed down a little bit, so the competitive environment is a lot stronger than it used to be, and companies actually need to differentiate themselves, particularly mid-market companies in a commodity environment. So a lot of these smaller players are actually competing for the same customers, and they need a way to actually differentiate themselves against each other in the marketplace, and a lot of them are turning to analytics to do that.
Well, it's interesting because, Teradata is changing very quickly. They got into the appliance business, which means they've started to sell packaged Teradata and hardware, much lower price points for different targeted kinds of markets. They're looking at mid-market for certain kinds of things. They're expanding the number of vertical markets that they're offering to. The analytical database business has gotten extremely active and really interesting in the last couple of years because we have a lot of new entrants into it. And that has to have an effect on Teradata. They have to continue to innovate and meet those challenges.
One of the things I've seen in the past couple of years is the emergence of analytic databases, the emergence of appliances, the emergence of new technologies that people feel, this I can use quickly, this I can move into. And to me, it seems Teradata also has stepped into that marketplace with their appliance type offerings, which is goodness because you get a vendor who has a set of offerings which span from the point solution type of offering right through to the enterprise level.
When I look at Teradata's core strength, it is in data warehousing and always has been. Their ability to manage data and a lot of data, so from a parallel perspective, they've been doing it from the very start. And as they've moved, as the data loads have increased, it hasn't impacted them at all. And also, I think as we've moved to a more distributed environment where obviously everything is this or that, and the internet is so pervasive, Teradata has been able to meet those needs.
Business intelligence now is a have-to-have. And if you don't have a good strategy around your BI, you're not going to be able to find that competitive edge that your competitors might have. You're not going to be able to differentiate as quickly and easily as your competitors. So business intelligence is incredibly critical, especially in times when the economy is making life tough for all of us. Teradata, I think, has done a very good job of addressing the needs and the wants and the challenges that their customers are feeling.